Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another Magic Monday video. If you did not know, on my channel on Mondays are Magic Mondays, and that is days that I make entirely Disney themed content for you guys. Last week I did my very last Bibbidi Bobbidi Boxes unboxing. If you'd like to see that, I will link that right up in the corner here for you. But today is an exciting day. It is July 27th. It is 10:54 p.m. and I just got home from watching The Lion King. The brand new Lion King movie, well, the remake of the obvious, what year was it, 1995 movie? Was it 95 or 94? But yeah, I just got home from watching it. I wore, obviously, my Lion King shirt there, had to rep that, and obviously I'm gonna rep my giraffe ears for the video. I don't know if any of you guys care what my opinion was on the movie, but I thought maybe I would make a little review for you guys if you guys haven't seen it, or maybe you're waiting just to hear some more opinions on the movie. I thought that maybe I could give mine today. You guys might take something from it, you might not. Maybe you're just wondering how I feel about it, because if you've been following me for a long time, you obviously know that I love Disney, and Lion King is obviously a classic movie. I love Lion King so freaking much. Yeah, so I figured that I would give you guys a quick little movie review. So I went into this movie, first of all, when they announced that they were remaking it, I was not excited. Disney remakes honestly are like extremely hit and miss. Like, this might be an unpopular opinion, I don't know, I've seen some differing opinions, but I love the Beauty and the Beast remake with Emma Watson. I don't know if it's just because it's Emma Watson, but no, honestly, I love that movie like so much. Yet the Cinderella remake fell flat for me. I absolutely hated it. I was bored the entire time. I think I fell asleep actually, and it didn't meet my standards. Another like remake movie, it's not really a remake, but kind of like a new adaptation of an old movie, Maleficent, was amazing. So that's kind of what set the bar high for me, and then when I saw Cinderella, it kind of ruined everything. Again, another movie that's based on an old movie, but it's not a full remake, is very obviously like Mary Poppins Returns, amazing. Christopher Robin, amazing. Is there any other like remakes that I'm missing? I didn't go see Dumbo, well, mainly because it's a Tim Burton movie, and I'm honestly not huge on Tim Burton. I don't feel the need to darken like light classics. That's why I don't like any of the new like Alice in Wonderland movies either. Aladdin was really good. I did like Aladdin. There was parts of it that were kind of iffy, but we're not gonna get into that. I'm just kind of letting you guys know how I feel about Disney remakes in general. So when I heard that they were remaking The Lion King, I had no hope. I don't know. The Lion King just holds a really special place, not only in my heart, but in the hearts of a lot of people. Like, a lot of people love Lion King. It's their favorite Disney movie. So they had a lot to live up to. And then when they announced the casting, that's when they kind of lost me. So, controversial, but I don't like Beyonce. I don't like her singing. I used to like her like Destiny's Child days, maybe like when she first became like a solo artist, but I don't know, her music over the past maybe half a decade or so, I just haven't really been into. So honestly, just that name alone in the credits, I was like, this is it. This is what's gonna make me officially not like this movie. I had a feeling. I had a gut instinct the second I read Beyonce Knowles Carter. I was like, The other casting choices in the beginning I didn't really care too much about. Like, knowing that Seth Rogen was gonna be Pumbaa, I was like, I can kind of see it. Like, I get it. I understand the voice. Donald Glover, I'm assuming that's how you say his last name. It's not like Glover, is it? Have I been pronouncing it wrong the entire time? Through my whole life? Not my whole life. The past like 4 or 5 years. As Simba, I mean, I didn't really have an opinion on that, to be honest, in the beginning. All I really knew him from was Community, which I thought he was funny in, so I was like, I don't know, maybe he could do well, we'll see. And just the fact that they got James Earl Jones back for Mufasa, I was like, okay, so clearly I'm gonna love Mufasa. But everybody else, I kind of didn't know about or didn't really care about, and I really didn't like that Beyonce was gonna be Nala at all. So, waiting and waiting and waiting the whole time, just knowing that she's gonna be Nala, I was like, oh my god. And then one of the first trailers came out, and I was like, okay. So I went this whole time saying I wasn't gonna see the movie, and now I have to see the movie because the trailer looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, it looked pretty good. And then just more waiting, and then finally the movie came out, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go see the movie. I went in with pretty low expectations. Again, mainly because the whole Beyonce thing. And I know I shouldn't let that completely ruin a movie for me, but I was like, I don't know, I just don't see her as Nala. I can't get into it. So I went in very low expectations. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this movie. It's fine. Like, I saw trailers and stuff which kind of blew me away, just seeing like the animation and also seeing baby Simba like kill me. I would die for him any day. I will Mufasa it for Simba if I have to. Oh, also side note, if I'm talking strange or making weird faces, I got a tooth extracted 4 days ago. I'm in a lot of pain still. I took some Tylenol 3s and we think that because it's so close to my sinus, it may have caused like a sinus infection. So there's a lot happening here. I don't know if I'm still a little puffy or swollen. Either way, that doesn't have anything to do with this. So we sit down in the theater. I'm really excited. That's the thing, like I was really excited to see it, but I still had low expectations. Like I was like, if this is anything better than mediocre, I'll be happy. We sit down. Circle of Life starts playing in the theater and we're watching all the little animals run, and immediately I start crying. Within the first like 20 seconds of the movie, I was crying. And I'm not gonna lie, I cried multiple times throughout the movie. Once the movie was done, not gonna lie to you guys, I kinda loved it. And here's the thing, I don't know if I didn't have such a love for the original, if I would love it. I may just like it. I may think that it's like really cool. I don't know if I would love it, but I do love it because I love Lion King. I love Lion King. In general, yes, loved the movie. Casting choices, they're kind of like, it's spotty. I'm still not sold on Beyonce as Nala. I am so sorry. I get it in some spots, like her talking voice as Nala, I'm like, okay, I get that. And then the second she started singing, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I was like, no, this isn't it. That's not Nala, that's Beyonce. I think my only issue is that when she's singing, she makes it very Beyonce, which I understand, obviously she is Beyonce, but I was just expecting Disney. I wasn't expecting superstar Beyonce to just like start riffing and belting out her notes and stuff. And I think that's kind of what threw me off about that song, but that's literally the only song in the entire movie that I disliked. I know a lot of people dislike Be Prepared, which is Scar's song. To be honest, in the original movie, I hate that song. That is my least favorite song in possibly all of Disney songs. I hate it. It's not good whatsoever. However, in this movie, I didn't hate it as much. And I was told that it's more it's closer to the Broadway version. So I'm like, maybe I'd like the Broadway version. Maybe that's, I don't know. But I'm just saying that I didn't like the original. But that version like didn't make me hate everything. Back to casting. Whoever they had playing the young Simba and Nala, love them, super cute. Also just looking at Simba and Nala as children, little cubs, brought tears to my eyes multiple times anytime that they would just like show their face all close up on screen. Whoever they cast, honestly, this is such a bad review because I don't know the names of everybody that they cast, but the person who voiced Zazu, loved it. I thought that they made Zazu a lot funnier than he was kind of in the original. Like, he was funny in the original, but I don't think that he had as many like witty lines, but in this one he did, which I liked. It was a little change for Zazu, and if you've seen the movie, the joke about the woodpecker kind of got me. Obviously, Mufasa, amazing that they got James Earl Jones back, and it just felt like listening to him as Mufasa like felt like home. I don't think that if they got somebody else to voice Mufasa, it would have had the same impact, and I was just so happy to hear his voice coming out of that lion. Sarabi, I feel like she didn't talk too much in the movie. I liked whoever was voice acting for her. I didn't have any issues with her. Scar, I feel like didn't sound as scary as he should have, which I know is a common complaint when I'm hearing people talk about the movie, is that Scar doesn't really sound as scary as he usually does. Like in the original movie, he sounded really scary. I think that he sounds a lot like James Earl Jones voicing Mufasa. I don't know, it makes them seem closer to brothers, I feel, because their voices are similar, but I don't think that he sounds sinister enough. So there's that. Donald Glover as Simba, loved it. Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, loved it. Here's the thing, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name who voiced Timon. Billy, is it Eichner? Eichner, I'm assuming. Also liked him as Timon. Him and Seth Rogen, I feel like were really good Timon and Pumbaa's. Ow! I totally just looked up who voiced Sarabi, and I love her. I've seen her in so many things. Hi, Queen. Anyway, the voice of Rafiki was fine. I don't have anything really to complain about. The only thing I'm upset about is that he didn't say, "You follow old Rafiki now, he knows the way." And that's the only thing I'm upset about with Rafiki. I know that people were upset that he didn't have a blue butt. Personally, not offended that Rafiki didn't have a blue butt. I think it's fine. And then I guess the only people left who really had like often were speaking in the movie in terms of voices were the hyenas. I don't think anything is gonna top like Whoopi Goldberg as Shenzi. Is it Shenzi or Shanzi? I think it's Shenzi. The one thing that I do miss is that in the cartoon, obviously Ed, the one hyena, is a freaking idiot. But I loved it. That is like a lot of good comedy to the original. However, I guess the guy is he supposed to be Eddie? The one hyena who had like some comedic lines throughout the movie, especially like how he kept getting into like the other hyena's like personal bubble. I think that was funny. Do I think he was as funny as Eddie chewing on his own leg in the first movie? No, but I still thought it was funny. Let's just start talking about the movie in general. The animation was incredible. At times it was kind of hard to tell that I wasn't looking at like a real lion, and I think honestly this is what made the Mufasa death scene so traumatizing for me. I had to hold back sobs in the theater. When I finally let them, like my cries out, like 1,000 tears fell from my face. Like it was just constant, just like boo boo doo 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 doo, like all at once. I was going like this, and I'm like looking around, my mom's crying, my best friend's crying. And I think it seemed so much longer than the cartoon scene. Like, I don't know if they added stuff in there, but it just felt so long, and I just felt like I was watching Mufasa suffer, and it made me so sad. And then Simba trying to wake him up like killed me. It was so freaking like looking at his cute little face and then him talking to his dad trying to wake him up. It made me so sad. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of Kathleen Lights? By the way, if you watch Kathleen Lights, it's totally a Kathleen Lights voice that I just did there. But yeah, again, going back to the animation and stuff, I thought that it was absolutely beautiful. Did they do everything CGI, like the backgrounds and stuff? Because honestly, half the time, more than half the time, it didn't look like it was like a CGI background. It looked like they genuinely like filmed a jungle or like African plains, and then they just like CGI'd animals onto it. I don't know, but it was like incredible. And kind of going back to the songs, how I mentioned before that I didn't really love Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Every other song I was pleasantly surprised by, because I love the original song so much. I was like, oh my god, I'm so not prepared for this. But I did like it, including like the little ad-lib moments with like Timon and Pumbaa. I like that. I didn't think that it took too much from like the original versions, as in like took too much like away from it by adding ad-libbing things. I think that it just added a little something something. All in all, I genuinely think that it was like a beautiful movie, and I think that it was a great remake. And that might surprise a lot of people, because for like the past year or so I've been saying that I'm gonna hate it, and I was prepared to hate it, but here I am loving that remake. It was so good, and I cried so many times. Again, there's only a couple issues that I had with the movie, but not every movie is going to be perfect. There's going to be parts of it that you don't like, especially when it comes to remakes, but I do like it as a whole. Will I watch that over the original version of the movie? Probably not, but if somebody asked me if I wanted to watch it, I'd for sure be willing to watch it. Even just to look at baby Simba's face, I would watch it for that. Also, at the end, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, but they show a little, I'm assuming, a little baby Pumbaa beside Pumbaa. Oh my god, and my brain, oh my gosh, it was the cutest freaking thing. I was like, oh my god, Pumbaa had babies. This is what I've needed in life, is just Pumbaa to have babies. And then, of course, at the very end, you know, the ending scene, they come up, they hold the baby up, and I was like, if they don't make Lion King 2 with Kiara and Kovu, I'm going to riot. Because like 4th grade me was obsessed with Lion King 2. I would come home every day and watch it over and over and over and over again. So in general, on a scale from like 1 to 10, I would honestly give that movie like an 8 or a 9. which is pretty good for a Disney remake. I'm just saying. Have you guys seen the movie? If you did, please let me know down below. What did you think of the movie? Tell me the things that you liked and disliked about the movie. Maybe we can have a couple discussions in the comments. I don't know, I was really pleasantly surprised by this movie. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Also, go down, click below, or click right up in this corner here to watch all of my Magic Monday videos. I have uploaded almost 20 so far this year, and I've done different unboxings, I've done different Disney tags, and now I've done this. My first ever movie review. If you guys want to follow me on any of my social media, that is also all listed down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Hakuna Matata, and I'll see you real soon.